Oh, I have to agree to this. I get it.
Yeah.
You may record me.
We don't show the video just because we're not.
Oh, perfect. I'm totally okay not showing video.
It's just funnier to hear it anyways rather than seeing the video.
We had a
gives more to the imagination.
True. Maybe someday we'll do something with video, but
well, ladies, just so you know, I am 6'5", tall, dark, handsome, clean cut.
Woo-woo!
Clean cut. Lots of money. Lots of money.
Buckets.
That's why
you guys are really distracting with all the buckets of money in the background.
That's
like
not
makes
money.
It rain like every minute. Just like
You're a good wing woman. I can't even talk. You're a good wing woman.
All right. Well, let's get started. Whose turn is it to do the intro this week?
I've done it twice in a row, so I'm done.
What are you looking for?
You want me to do it? Or? I don't have it memorized.
So, okay, well, it's right here.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
All right.
We're already getting cranky with each other.
That's because the temperature's going up real fast.
Shit, dude, do you have it, or do I have to just do it from my brain?
You'd think we'd have it memorized by now, but we don't. So, welcome to Dysfunctional Adults, the comedy podcast in which we discuss weird news, pop culture, and being middle-aged dads. I'm your host, John, and these are my co-hosts, Zach.
Hi.
And Jason.
It's me, Jason.
All right. I didn't see that coming. We are bitter, cynical Gen Xers saddled with crippling debt and depressingly past our primes. But that's what makes this podcast so much fun.
Indeed.
And to make it more fun, we've added a special guest.
Someone who's actually funny.
Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself, Melissa?
Oh, sure. Hi, everybody. My name's Melissa Merlot. I am actually funny, and so are you guys. Don't sell yourself short like that.
She's an actual comedian, though.
Yeah.
I've watched your act on YouTube, and you are very funny.
Did you watch the drunk video?
I cannot confirm or deny whether or not you had a few beforehand, but it was quite funny.
There is a video on YouTube of me doing stand-up, and I'm completely blackout drunk. I'm not kidding. I still to this day don't remember any of it.
Well, with a name like Merlot, we kind of expect that.
I figure it's on brand, so why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I counted about, 15 or 16 sheets to the wind on that video.
You perform at Wise Guys, right?
I have been at Wise Guys a few times. I'm usually at like bar shows, but to be honest, I haven't had a show since last February.
Why is that? Why have you been slacking?
COVID,
because
of the pandemic. Let's just blame COVID for everything that's happened wrong in the last year and a half.
It was so bad. Like, I was one of the first people that was like, I'm canceling everything. The world is going to just explode. And I just freaked out. And then since then, I just haven't really been in a rush to go anywhere. Not that I'm worried about catching it, but I haven't been motivated about anything. 2020 was a doozy. It just destroyed all my motivation.
It was like the worst year of all time. It was horrible in every way you can imagine.
Just one thing after another. And so yeah, I'm excited when I finally do get to go on stage and do comedy again. But can I plug the podcast I'm on real quick?
Yeah,
anything you want.
So,
even your
I'm on Area 52 podcast, and it's Area 52 because we do like paranormal conspiracy stuff.
Oh, nice. That's like right up our alley.
Yeah, so people should check me out on that, and I've mostly been doing just that, and I also did write a musical, which I'm really proud of.
Oh, nice.
And it's showing now until August 21st at Desert Star Playhouse. It's in Murray, Utah. And it's called Deseret Newsies.
It's called what?
It's Deseret Newsies. It's a parody of like Disney, Newsies, but it's about fake news.
No, that's awesome. I definitely have to see that. My wife and I really do go to like every Desert Star production, or at least we did until last year. And then when COVID closed it down, I wasn't even aware they were going again. So I'll definitely have to check that one out.
Beginning of the year, so
definitely check it out. And I didn't realize that was yours. That's so cool.
Yeah.
awesome.
So thank you. I just wanted to get in a couple plugs at the beginning.
Yeah,
better than at the end, because at the end we're
And
just trash
eventually
anyway.
I will have a comedy show somewhere again.
That's awesome.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wrote a play. You might have heard of it. It's called Hamilton. No.
You're taking credit for that.
You? Great
with
job.
Called with an A in though. It's like a erotic take on the other one. So no, I'm just kidding.
You know that we would all watch that.
I want to star it.
I would watch that.
Sweet.
You definitely got the
The look
gross
for it, yeah.
porn 70s porn star look going on. So
Should I just shave this into a mustache?
I didn't say it was a bad look.
I just know the connotations. I mean, the smell that people expect from me.
Just go with the full out like mutton chops.
Yeah, just
Like 1870s look. Those need to make a comeback.
And wear a top hat for some reason, but don't change your normal ensemble.
just a top
Hat and mutton
included with
chops. Yeah. So
maybe a monocle.
fancy from the neck on
that's
up.
right. You're Victorian from here up and from here down. You could be naked. You know.
They give more credence to your new play.
Yeah, well, you just gotta say "I dare say" a lot. You know,
Yeah.
start every sentence
I
with.
dare say.
Anyway, but yeah, that's cool. So yeah, we'll have to check that out, and we'll put that in the show notes.
Oh,
Your
thanks.
podcast and
Pimp your podcast and your play.
yeah.
Anything
Absolutely,
you want
yeah.
edited out of the podcast, if it comes up and you're like, "Ugh, I take that back," just let me know. I do the editing.
He does
Oh,
that with
okay.
me a lot, especially when I get on like racist rants, about genocide and things like that. But
Yeah, I have all
dark
those in my
turn.
notes to go over with you guys today.
That took a dark turn. Let's take out like the last half hour of what Jason said.
he just edits me out entirely. It's just it's Zach and John, and then
Yeah. And our special guest Jason sometimes.
But yeah, that's cool. So what has everybody been up to this week? Melissa, if you want to go first, you're the guest.
I've just been working. I've had a very boring week, but that's okay. I don't mind boring.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice just to not have to worry about any, differences in the schedule or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, but have you been watching anything lately? What's your go-to binge right now? Do you have anything on Netflix or streaming?
I like old horror movies and I like new horror movies. I like any horror movies pretty much. And I just watched a fun one on Netflix called We Summon the Darkness.
Oh, cool.
Never heard
And
of that one.
it's kind of a fun take on satanic cult killings. And it's newer. I think it's 2019, but it's kind of done more like an older horror movie. So it was
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to qualify the term older because I keep thinking like the 1990s was 10 years ago.
It was like
Oh,
30
right.
years ago now.
Yeah, but now I actually do the math and I'm sad. So,
But at least
Yeah,
you're good at
older
math
for
now.
me is like 70s, 80s.
okay, cool. Yeah, 80s is when I started watching horror. I know you did
Yeah,
too.
same here.
So,
Scariest movie I ever saw growing up before my dad gave me Texas Chainsaw Massacre for my birthday, my 7th birthday,
What?
was yeah,
That's
totally
true.
did.
That's
That's
true.
true story.
That's some parenting right there.
There's a reason I am the way I am, and the Prince of Darkness, that movie fucked me up. It was bad. It was bad.
That's
It
a
was
scary one.
It is, and I saw it. I was 7, 8 years old. It was awful.
Wow.
Yeah. Scary.
it's okay. I get that. I was watching Friday the 13th at the same age. And
Yeah, but you just kept rewinding the boobs part.
well, yeah, that's why I'm screwed up. You're screwed up in the murdery way. I'm screwed up in the pervy way.
And John's a mixture of both.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a good balance of murder and perviness. So
John's just a peeping Tom. But your wife doesn't count, so I guess you're not.
We're good.
So, but where'd that go?
Prince of Darkness is part of John Carpenter's trilogy of the Apocalypse, though.
Wait,
And that was the last one I had to watch. So I just barely saw Prince of Darkness last year.
no kidding. I didn't realize there was a trilogy. I'll have to
Yeah,
check it
the
out.
other movies are The Thing, which is one of my favorite ones.
Okay,
and
yeah.
then In the Mouth of Madness, which is
Oh,
one
I've
of
seen
my
them all then. Okay,
favorites
great.
already, too.
Yeah, In the Mouth of Madness was a great one.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those, but
You should see them. They're all really good. I love John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. Well, Zach, what have you been up to?
Let's see. Nothing. And then also watching Jupiter's Descendants or Jupiter's
Yeah,
something.
the superhero
The
one.
superhero one on Netflix. Okay. Long story short, they know how to tell a story. It roped me in a la Lost, but the production value was so terrible and the acting, they didn't put a lot of money into this show and now it's canceled.
That's what I heard.
So it could have been good, but it wasn't worth watching all of it. But I needed to know what happened at the end. So I finished watching that. And then I watched Sweet Tooth, like you had said to watch.
How'd you like it?
Great.
It's good, isn't
I can't
it?
wait to see the next season. That was well done.
And it kind of hoodwinks you because you think it's all happy and cute, but then it gets like real dark.
Yeah, real quick.
Like the Stand level dark.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's good. Have you watched Sweet Tooth, Melissa, on Netflix?
I haven't. I want to watch it though. It looks very intriguing.
I was surprised to find out that it was actually a DC comic.
Yeah.
So, but it's produced by Tony Stark.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned that. That's right.
Yeah.
I just don't listen to half what you say, so it was like,
Oh, thanks.
I heard
tune you
watch
out, yeah.
Sweet Tooth, and then that was it.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Nice.
So cool. What about you, John? I know you went somewhere over the weekend.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything. I took the family camping over the weekend at Strawberry. And if you don't know Strawberry,
Pretty.
you like Strawberry, right? You've been there? I love that place. But the kids thought the crawdads were like the coolest thing. They'd never seen them before, and that lake is full of them. So I had to teach them how to catch crawdads using like a chicken leg and some fishing wire. And I know you're not a big fan of camping, Jason. You got pretty much the Jim Gaffigan view on camping.
Exactly.
You ever heard Jim Gaffigan's
No.
song about camping? You should look it up. It's really fun.
That's pretty much me.
Anyway, that's Jason. He hates camping and everything about it. But I think you can teach your kids some useful skills. Like now when my kids join like a scout troop, if they ever get lost in the woods and resort to cannibalism after like 3 hours or so, while all the other kids are eating each other, my kids are going to be dining on seafood and making themselves sushi rolls because I taught them how to catch crawdads, damn it. So useful skills.
I think
you're a real dad.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a real dad.
Yeah, John takes his family vacationing and he doesn't swear at them and he doesn't put them in like cages when they get disorderly. So,
Or just to put them to bed.
Or just when you're tired of them and you want to go to a strip club.
Right.
So yeah.
Do you have any kids?
I do not.
Yeah.
I'm a
Should
crazy
you have
cat
kids?
lady. I have a cat.
No, they can be just like kids for sure.
I just said,
Yeah.
should you have kids? No, me neither. And I have one.
Neither should we, and we
Yeah.
do. So you're definitely ahead of us on that. So
What's your cat's name? What kind of or do you have one? Or
Spooky.
Nice.
He's a black cat. His name's Spooky. He's driving me crazy right now. I'll see if I can show him to you guys.
Aw, is he helping?
Come meet the dysfunctional adult. Go get Spooky.
He's a big guy.
Oh,
he's a
yeah.
big cat.
Big
Yeah,
dog.
he's a big kitty. He's all black.
He's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a Shepnese. It's a German Shepherd Pyrenees running around my house with a diaper on right now. So, kids and dogs aren't all that different. But yeah, and then this week my ex-wife took our kids to a church camp, and so I got to watch their dogs, and one of them developed a infection in her anus.
Oh no!
So
I hate it when that happens.
yeah, right. So we had to get her to the vet like really quickly because I guess it can get like life-threatening if it's not taken care of. But she's fine now.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
That's scary.
but now she's with us running around the house. And then there's a third dog who's a corgi, and I just went over to let her out. She left me a big steaming pile of shit that was like this tall. So
So just like kids.
just like kids, I got to clean
Just
it up.
like kids.
So.
That's the same size as your other dog.
I know. That's what I was thinking when I was cleaning it up. So, but yeah, it's good fun. I like dogs. I'm not a cat person, but I like kittens.
Yeah, kittens are cute.
Anytime I dine out Chinese, I love kittens. So
Racist.
obligatory Chinese food joke. So I'm just kidding. John's the big cat person. He loves cats.
I don't have any though, so
I'm a bigger lover then because I have 2 of them. I have asserted dominance.
I haven't had one for like 8 years or so because when my oldest started crawling, he would eat the cat hair off the
Oh,
ground.
no.
Kid.
My wife made us get rid of the cat, and I haven't
that's
had one
understandable.
since.
That's understandable.
That's too
So
bad.
now we just have kids, and they're all that we need. They're little versions of me.
Cool. Well, we want to talk a little bit more about your podcast, but we just need to take a quick break. Not a real break, but a virtual break, So, because in real life, there'll be an ad, but in this life, it'll be just like, it's like time travel. So
You didn't know you were going to be
Like,
party
we
to track
just
time
sit
travel,
here.
did you?
so we'll be right back with more with Melissa Merlot, and yeah. And now we're back. See how that was? Time travel, baby.
That was amazing.
But yeah, so Melissa, tell us more about your podcast. You said it's a kind of a paranormal podcast, right?
Yeah.
I am super into those. So
Oh, good.
Yeah, we've talked about ghosts. We
we
talked
talk
about
about
aliens.
everything.
sweet. Gosh.
Aliens, ghosts. We do
Bigfoot?
a little bit of true crime and conspiracy theories too, which of course got a terrible reputation because of last year.
Oh, I know.
They
I'm in the
sullied
same boat as
good
you. I
name of
believe in all that
conspiracy
stuff.
theories.
So kind of give us maybe a quick sketch of maybe your latest episode or maybe some of your favorite topics that you like.
Well, I keep pushing them. It's me and 2 other people, and they're a married couple, and they're hilarious. Marcus is a comedian, and he's really funny. He performs at Wise Guys all the time.
I love Marcus. I've seen him several times.
Yeah.
I saw him when he first started out, probably like in 2005 or something, because I've been going to Wise Guys for 20 years.
Wow.
Marcus is amazing. I love him.
He is.
He is so funny.
So yeah, he's on Area 52. So you gotta listen to
Oh,
us
nice.
now.
Yeah, for sure. Does he do all his impressions and stuff?
On it too.
Does he still do all his impressions on the podcast?
Yeah.
He's so good at like celebrity voices too. Nice. I love
it. Yeah, he's amazing with impressions. And his wife's on the podcast too. Her name's Marty Daniels. She's a wrestler.
Oh, cool.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, and she's also hilarious too. And between the 3 of us, we're all just like paranormal geeks, so we can pretty much talk about anything for hours. I'm trying to get them to do a Epstein Lives episode, but they won't do it yet. The whole Epstein didn't kill himself. I'm like, he didn't die. He's alive.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be sightings of him, like, Tupac or
New
Elvis
Mexico.
for like decades afterwards.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like Elvis. There's just always gonna be something popping up about him.
Come see the Epstein impersonator at Vegas.
And Vegas gets really dark in the future.
Well, that's awesome. Well, have you had any personal paranormal encounters that in your life, like ghost stories or?
I have. Have you guys heard of shadow people?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. God.
I don't think.
Yeah, they're really scary. I've seen shadow people.
Well, John,
like shadows of people who aren't in the room, or
I just got chills.
It's like it usually happens along with sleep paralysis. If you wake up and you're awake, but you can't move at all, you're just kind of like stuck. And sometimes you see people or shadow figures around you. And so that happened to me once and scared me to death. I woke up and I saw a guy standing at the bottom of my bed, just standing there, and I live alone. So this was scary. And I immediately thought somebody broke in and was like gonna steal my stuff. And so I was kind of panicking, and I started looking
I have no stuff. I have nothing.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm a comedian. I make no money. I'm trying to grab something that I could use as a weapon to hit him or something. And then when I looked at him closer, I noticed he didn't really have any features, and he was kind of misty, like around the side of him, like smoke almost.
Yeah.
And then I just shrieked, and I was like, ah! And then he disappeared, and it was super scary. It only happened that one time, but it was so scary.
It's the most.
And I got a feeling like when I saw him, and it wasn't like, you know, when you just feel like there's another person around you. I got this feeling of like he wanted me to be afraid of him, like just really scary, just like almost like they're, you know, I don't know if you guys are geeky, but like an elemental or something that like feeds off of fear. Like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy as hell.
It's the most terrifying experience I've ever experienced in my life, and I've had it multiple times. Multiple times in my life, all growing up. And then the last one, I was probably early 30s, and I'm now 40. So it's just been lifelong. But luckily, not any for a while. But
good.
It's terrifying.
And
There's no it's so
encounters.
Primal. What's that?
No fatal encounters.
Not yet. I'm hoping that's how I go out.
I'm sorry, you were going on.
Oh no, I didn't have anything else to say. It just is. I know exactly how you felt, because it is so terrorizing. Scary. Yeah.
I'm sorry you had multiple encounters, because that one was terrifying, and I don't ever want to have something like that again.
Yeah, I hope you don't. But if you do, tell me about it.
Absolutely. I got a big mouth. I talk about everything that happens to me. There is a Netflix documentary. I think it's called The Nightmare, and it's about sleep paralysis. And they talk about shadow people and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool.
Yikes.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Have you ever done any ghost hunts or anything like that?
I have done ghost hunts.
Is that?
I don't think I've really had anything successful happen to me. But for Marcus and Marty, they've done ghost hunts, and they've had all kinds of weird stuff. You can find it too if you Google like Area 52 ghost hunt.
Sweet.
It'll pop up, or Marcus ghost hunt.
Okay, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
Love that stuff.
That's great. Yeah, you were getting ready to do one, right?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of equipment now. I just need to find time and a place.
And that was where I came in, and I haven't done my thing yet. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I haven't had time, so.
We're just planning on breaking into like a taffy factory or something, because we've heard those are haunted. So, no, I'm kidding.
He just wants
the taffy.
I just want the taffy.
I wouldn't do that.
We're hunting ghosts. We're just shoveling taffy.
If I was like 7 feet tall, though, I would fake Bigfoot sightings all the time.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be fun?
Run around in the woods dressed like a monkey or something and fake all kinds of sightings. You'd probably get shot eventually by some redneck, and they'd mount your head on the wall. But until then, it would be a kick-ass time.
What a way to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing John, though, he'd be like the first confirmed well-endowed Bigfoot sighting. Like,
back to your fantasies again, Zach.
Sure would like to shave him.
This is why Zach's not allowed at the gorilla exhibit at the zoo. He puts his nipple up against the glass.
I love you.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about mermaids? Because like when I watched The Little Mermaid, am I the only one who notices that their entire society had to start when some fisherman went to Pound Town with a tuna? I can't be the only one who thought about that watching The Little Mermaid.
They got some sick and twisted Bible for mermaids.
How else do you get
chosen one?
Half fish, half people? That's the part they don't say.
Yeah, their origin story would be pretty
carry on. It popped in my head.
Oh,
and it was vaguely related to the topic. So.
I would like to ask you a question, though, regarding your the things that you talk about and believe, because I see your Facebook posts and I never know where you lie on things. But lizard people, I want to know.
Oh, I'm 100% into lizard people.
Okay,
but that's just
what
me.
I gathered, but I wasn't sure. Are you a lizard person?
I'm not a lizard person.
Okay.
They have to tell you if you ask them.
Is it like the cops? They have to tell you?
Yeah. It's entrapment if I don't tell you.
But saying you're not one is something a lizard person would say, right?
I would think so.
I am totally human.
So next time you got to hook them
I am
in the car,
enriching.
I missed it.
Sorry. Zoom is crazy. I'm sorry about that. But next time you got a hooker on the car, Zach, ask them 2 questions. Are you a cop or a lizard person?
What if they're both? My God. Think about the.
Are you a cop or a lizard person?
What if they just say yes?
Like you can only be one or the other.
Yeah. They just say yes to one of them. You figure out which one.
I will find out. I'll spend my hard-earned money and find out.
And when her tail like slides out the back of the mini skirt, you know that it's not a cop.
Yep. This deal is happening.
Nice.
Oh, back to Zach's weird fantasies again.
Little Zackagators running around after this.
Oh man, that's funny. Well, great. So next kind of last segment we have is what we call show and tell. Don't worry, it's just where we share weird stories and talk about them and kind of do our commentary. So we'll do that right after we come back. And time jump.
I expected magic and lightning and
At least like a puff of smoke or something. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't got anything. So maybe you can add something in post, like a magic sound.
I
You know?
can. Yeah,
So,
I will.
but well, great. So like I said, what we do is, if you've listened to the podcast, you know this. We kind of just we search up weird crap on the internet and then we talk about it. So, you guys ready for show and tell?
I'm ready for show and tell,
Yeah.
but I don't want to go first.
Okay. I think John should go first because I keep going first. And
Okay. Well, as you guys know, I recently moved, and the housing market is a complete joke. You know, you have to decipher like the realtor's code, like when you look at all these listings. Like needs a little TLC means it's trash to hell.
Yeah.
Or, you know, unique means haunted. I assume. Or like historic means it was owned by a serial killer and there's probably a dozen bodies cemented under the foundation. At least that's what I assume all those listings meant. But
or in the walls.
or in the walls, whichever. Anyway, so I appreciate honest listings. So I went and found some honest listings from actual realtors who were completely upfront about the house and didn't try and sugarcoat it. This one is from realtor.com. Let's see, a realtor named Philippa Main decided to not even try and sugarcoat this dilapidated house in Florida. So her listing says, here it is, literally the worst house on the street. The seller has done the hard work of cleaning up the almost half-acre property, and it only took 7 dumpsters. So now is your chance to take it from here. The roof leaks, the floor creaks, and there's a terrible draft. But this 3-bed, 1.5 bath home is a very open concept. And by that, we mean the inside is open to the outside because several of the windows are broken.
Oh my God.
There is a large sunny window in the kitchen and absolutely nothing else. A wonderful feature for someone interested in a bright reading space and ordering takeout for every meal. Now, I know you've heard of a detached garage, but have you ever heard of a detached foundation? Because that's what you'll find here in the large bonus room. And if you're looking for a house that screams, I've got bizarre and ominous energy, then honey, stop the car because you found it right here, conveniently located off US 301.
Are there pictures of the house?
Oh yeah, it's a piece of crap for sure. And whether you
That
like to
was
turn
fantastic. I like that there's a bonus room.
Yeah, exactly.
Incidentally, bonus room is the name of my bedroom. No joke. I got a new TV and it was in there as an actual room. It said bonus room. And I'm, well, that's what I do in here is bonus things.
Well, I was gonna say, did you misspell it? Because
Bonus.
Oh, bonus, not boner. Got
yeah.
it. Never mind. My room's the boner room.
Yeah.
Boner room.
Yeah. So anyway, let me just a little bit more on that listing.
I'm not coming over to watch any movies.
You have to take the stained side of the bed.
Gross.
You. Okay. And whether you like to turn up the heat or keep it cool, it won't matter here because there's no HVAC system. Oh, and don't forget about the brick chimney that perfectly epitomizes how we all feel after 2020. About to collapse and going nowhere. Literally, there is no fireplace inside this house, but there's a chimney for some reason. What else can be said about this one-of-a-kind opportunity? It's not in a flood zone and will be conveyed with clear title, but we don't have a survey and the seller has never seen the property, so buyers are strongly encouraged to do their own due diligence. And if you're not interested in crying yourself to sleep every night while you rehab this home, might we suggest tearing it down and building a brand new one in its place? The neighbors will likely thank you. So that is an honest Florida home listing that I appreciate. And here's one more from Colorado. This is posted in HuffPost. And this one, even though it's Colorado, it sounds exactly like the Utah housing market right now. Urine-soaked Colorado home dubbed little slice of hell by the realtor, listed for $590,000. A brutally honest realtor described the Colorado home as having profanity scrawled on walls and a fridge filled with rotting meat. Realtor Mimi Foster said that a dilapidated 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom Colorado Springs home, adorned in spray-painted sayings like "suck my ass" and "evict me, bitch,"
Oh my God.
and has feces stuffed in drawers, is a pretty hot commodity. She said that she received 89 text messages inquiring about it and 16 written cash offers in the first 24 hours of the house being on the market.
You're kidding.
Well, it's a giant house. It's like 3,500 square feet, which is huge. But anyway,
I would have texted her about the feces in the drawer just if they'd sell separately. I don't know.
Is that going to be extra?
Yeah, exactly. How much if I keep the feces in? She said it is not for the faint of heart. As you enter, there are soaring ceilings and an open floor plan with a second floor overlook. You will also notice that there is not one surface of the home that has not been enhanced with black spray paint or a swinging hammer.
Enhanced.
But don't let that slow you down. It's not nearly as daunting as the freezer in the basement that's full of meat that hasn't had electricity for over a year.
Oh.
So be sure to wear your mask. She notes that there's a back patio, but don't go out there as the deck is not necessarily attached to the house in the manner you might hope. She also admits that the home is located in the pink of a geographical landslide area. Come feast your senses, she concluded. Do not go on the back deck. Do not open the freezer in the basement. The YouTube video is featured on the listing as a virtual tour of the home is even more disconcerting. Backed by horror movie sound effects, Foster begins the video by showing the neglected yard and how there's wood rot in all of the window frames. She then enters the house and describes an overwhelmingly rancid smell. There was human and animal feces left in the living room to greet you as you walk in. She also says the prior tenant had a menagerie of animals and that the carpets are saturated with urine throughout the house. In the video, she notes that the spray-painted vulgarities around the house are also on appliances and that the prior tenant stole the stove and the dishwasher. In the basement, all the drawers are crammed with feces.
So gross.
I'll save that for later.
Last but not least, she said the previous tenant had cats, and tragically, when she moved out, she locked 2 of them in the bathroom, and they apparently had been there for quite some time.
Oh,
That is awful. So anyway, I appreciate the honesty of those two listings after all the fake ones we had to read.
I like that second one starts out with urine-soaked house.
Urine-soaked little slice of hell.
Yeah, like it doesn't even get around.
Yeah. But anyway, even though I've only been in my new house for like 9 months, we already get those texts saying like, "Hey, are you interested in selling your house?" Jason had one of those on one of our other episodes and had some humorous responses to it. So yeah. I'm going to read my response to one of those texts I got a couple days ago. I got this text from some random number. "Hey, I'm on the hunt for a house in the area. Project for me. Rental, buy and sell. We'll see. Can I give you a figure for your place? Direct payment. Samantha." Smiley face. So I responded back, "Hi, Samantha. That was my first girlfriend's name too. She dumped me because of my constant bedwetting. She found it especially objectionable when I do it from across the room. She was also my sister, but who even keeps track of that stuff these days? Am I right? Anyway, I'll sell my house for a cool $2.5 million. I would have asked for more, but I think it was used for some freaky genetic experiments at one time. The piles of half human, half goat skeletons in the basement probably reduced the value, huh? And I said, just FYI, there's also no plumbing. I usually use a raw chicken leg to wash myself instead of soap and water. Plus, there's some pentagrams that must have been carved into the floor since I moved in that won't go away no matter how many times I have the floors sanded and finished. I can't even carpet over them because they bleed whenever there's a full moon. And that's just messy as hell. So let me know how soon you can get me that $2.5 million. I want to be paid with one of those oversized novelty checks usually reserved for lottery winners. Samantha has not responded back.
No, Samantha, come on.
But she has not responded back to that text. So.
Is it just the check that you care about or the actual money? Because I can get you that check.
We'll start with the check. The money would be nice, but I really do like my house.
He's going to post date it for like 200 years from now or something like that.
So anyway, that's what I had
Nice.
for this week. Jason, Zach?
Rock, paper, scissors.
No one had anything.
Ready?
Know anything about your stuff?
Oh, no. Your own stuff.
I'm ready.
I'm ready
Okay.
too. So ready?
Oh, I go 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I did it again.
Okay. So,
Does that mean I go first?
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
What do you got?
All right. So this is from Fox 5 in Washington, D.C. There's a Florida company, of course, that has sold thousands of alien abduction insurance policies and paid out on one.
Nice.
Let's see. So in the wake of the viral Facebook group, this is from a couple of years ago when they were doing that Area 51 thing, on Facebook.
Yeah, when they raided it.
They were going to raid it. Yep. So Mike St. Lawrence, who owns St. Lawrence Agency in Almonte Springs, Florida, says his agency offers limited or comprehensive alien abduction insurance, as well as reincarnation insurance, asteroid insurance, and even insurance for anyone who storms Area 51 and doesn't make it out alive. As for the alien abduction insurance, anyone interested in the policy and concerned they might be taken on an intergalactic journey without their consent can pay a one-time fee of $24.95 for a paper copy mailed to them, so you can frame and prove to your family that you actually have an alien abduction insurance. A digital copy comes at only $19.95. Each policy, which is good for life, is worth $10 million in coverage and covers outpatient psychiatric care, sarcasm coverage, and double identity coverage. There's a readjustment period if you've gone through something like this, said St. Lawrence. He said sarcasm coverage is limited to immediate family members only and is intended for any mockery or sarcasm someone might endure from a family member following an alien abduction. St. Lawrence has sold roughly 6,000 of these policies since he first created it in 1987. And while business has gone up following the viral Facebook event in which millions of people expressed interest in raiding the top secret military base, St. Lawrence says the policy is only intended for someone with a sense of humor. I don't want to try to rip somebody off, said St. Lawrence. The people that come to me, if they think they don't understand the terms and conditions, that this is a tongue-in-cheek, I won't sell it to them, he added. He recalled a moment when he received a call from a woman inquiring about the policy, saying her and her husband both remember having extraterrestrial experiences they had previously never revealed. Their 9-year-old son and daughter, I don't remember how old she was, were both starting to say that they were having some kind of experience like that, and that's not funny, he added. He suggested to the family this policy wouldn't be right for them because it was meant to be humorous. You might also want to read the fine print before you try to make a claim on this policy. St. Lawrence says benefits are paid in equal installments of $1 per year for 10 to 20 million years.
So like AD&D insurance, like your finger is priced at a certain thing,
I haven't heard about that actually. Is there really such a thing?
Yeah, so your body parts are worth a certain amount of money.
Okay.
I wonder what my butthole's worth on that policy.
Well, just...
when they pay out, how do you prove it was alien related? Like if you happen if you happen to stick something where it shouldn't be,
they measure it,
and then you go in there and say, "Oh, I was probed." How How do you prove that?
Just
So
like
every time I've been at the hospital for something being inside of my anus.
Every time. And we're
Every
talking
time.
like dozens of times. They
Do you
don't know
always
by
tell the
name.
people at the
Hi, Zach.
hospital?
What is it this time? Shower head again? It's like,
get the forceps.
Do you just tell the people at the hospital it was the aliens again?
Yeah. I mean, because it's the greatest excuse in the world. They believe I believe it, and I'm not embarrassed.
But I was gonna say what they do is you just get your mom to measure your butthole
Oh boy.
because your mom's already measuring things.
Yeah. I don't think she knows what's going on with that. She only listened to the David Butler episode.
Well, the first episode, Zach says his mom likes to measure his manhood.
I never said that. This is being
this
taken out of context.
You know how moms measure kids as they grow, on the wall? They mark,
Yes.
There's
Like lines on a door.
so it's like shrinking as he gets older. It's like 30, 35,
And then it goes down.
40,
Yeah.
until like balances out as a kid. Hey, I'm the same as when I'm 9.
Aw.
Anyway.
That's where that measuring thing came from. I'm sorry. Inside joke.
Inside, outside.
Inside, outside,
All right.
It's outside now. It'll be inside soon if it keeps shrinking.
That's right. they make things for that. Ask me how I know. All right. Weird World. I'm gonna start that over. Weird World. 12 inexplicably ridiculous things that somehow happened. And this is on cracked.com. I've told you about this before. I love this website.
Yeah.
This is by Andrea Mino. So
She's the arch enemy of Andrea Niso.
Bad joke.
Bad joke.
Do you still wonder why I edit you out of the podcast?
Like entirely.
The French are rushing to get vaccinated now that it's required for going to cafes. After it was recently announced that a health pass would be mandatory for visits to cafes, bars, and malls, a record 926,000 people booked a vaccine shot. I would like to know what it would take for that to happen here. The French, they have their cafes. What do you think it would take here to get that many people to be like, well, shit, I'm vaccinating then?
Well, in Salt Lake City, it's probably going to be like, I don't know, the coffee shops, maybe the bars, everywhere else.
You watch television.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
No streaming service access.
You have to scan your
Everybody
card.
would get vaccinated.
I think everywhere else in Utah, though, it's going to be like ice cream shops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no ice cream till you're vaccinated.
All right. Dealers are now selling ethically sourced cocaine to discerning British consumers.
Ethically sourced.
I'm not British. Anyway, people at upscale dinner parties increasingly want woke Coke, which they're happy to pay more for. But of course, what they're getting is fake.
Oh, it's like sugar or something.
Probably. It doesn't have any more than that. They're just short little snippets.
It's like borax, I guess.
Yeah, Ajax, Borax.
Ajax, borax.
Anything white and snortable.
Is this free range Coke?
For the discerning cocophilia.
Put your pinky up in the air while you snort it.
Yep. With your Coke fingernail.
Yeah, Coke pinky.
Yeah.
Does this drug lord have a union for his people?
I want to make sure.
Does he have health insurance for his runners?
I mean, have you ever seen a mule go down? They are going to need some help.
Yeah.
And they can't pay for it themselves.
No. If they survive long enough to the hospital.
True.
The condom bursts in your tummy,
That'd be a wild trip. At one Burger King in Nebraska, the sign announced that all the employees quit. I saw this.
Oh, really?
We had just got really tired of upper management, said the general manager, Rachel Flores. So she and at least another 6 employees all left. And I
saw the sign on that one. It just was like, we all quit or something.
Sorry for the inconvenience. That's what it said.
Self-serve.
The sign like on their big, the billboard.
marquee.
Billboard,
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
we all
awesome.
quit. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Wow.
Elon Musk's court testimony has been interrupted by a lawyer throwing up. That made the entire trial, which concerns Tesla's merger with Solar City, pause for 2 hours while the area was cleaned of vomit. Okay. Poor Elon. In Moscow, you can wear your vaccination certificate QR code as a tattoo. You need the code on your phone to get into a bar, restaurant, or cafe, but now a company is offering to give you a temporary tattoo of it instead.
At least it's temporary.
Right.
It's like scan your forehead or something.
That's no New World Order. That's New World Order.
It's the mark of the beast.
Yeah, mark of the beast for sure.
The QR code of the beast.
Yeah. I mean, it's technical now. It's now technically illegal to play Gangnam Style in gyms in Seoul, South Korea.
Oh my God.
In group exercises, anyway. It's to make sure people don't breathe too heavily. Any music with a BPM over 120, like Gangnam Style, with its BPM of 132, isn't allowed.
Wow.
Well, maybe they're just sick of it,
That's
That
just
could
the
be it
excuse.
too, yeah.
Everybody's blaming
That's a good
COVID for
excuse.
everything.
The BPM is too high.
Yeah.
It's for health
Can't
reasons.
play any songs with high BPM.
Yeah.
Like,
Does Baby Shark have a high BPM too?
It's a very
I'm
high
all for
BPM on
banning
Baby
that as
Shark.
well.
You can't play it.
A Michigan man found a total of 158 bowling balls stashed away under his house.
Oh my God.
There was an update. It's like over 160 now.
Oh, is it?
Why?
there's like a meter on the news in the Chiron.
Bowling
Bowling ball
balls.
count up to 160.
That's like
People are
breaking news.
"Oh."
Breaking news. Live updates. 2 more bowling balls found.
He saw one poking out from under his back stairs, so he took it out and kept digging. A bunch of bowling balls was holding up the stairs, it turned out.
Yeah, they used them as like a building material, like under the foundation or something.
Quality work these days in making houses.
Just get a bunch of bowling balls under there. It'll fix it.
It's the code. Come on, it's
They're
fine.
sturdy, right?
Finally, New York State made it legal to get a haircut or shave on Sundays.
That was illegal?
Apparently. John missed that one last episode.
Apparently I did, yeah.
Until very recently, having someone shave you or give you a haircut was a misdemeanor punishable by $5 to $25 and or some jail time.
Damn.
Jail time.
What are you in for?
Got a haircut.
You got a haircut.
Well, come on over. Come on over here to the showers with me. This is the rest of your restitution. In New Jersey, a guy entered a couple's house and thoroughly cleaned every part. He was supposed to clean someone else's place, but showed up at the wrong house, found a key under the mat, and started cleaning.
Oh man, why can't that happen to me?
I know, right? The guy would leave my place immediately if he went in there.
Yours is that urine soaked
Yeah.
slice of hell. Place.
Anyway, I'm trying to sell my house, you guys, if you're interested.
I know a realtor who'll make it sound really good.
Can that person like work on dating profiles? Not yours, but I'm just thinking that'd be really funny.
Urine-soaked 6-foot man.
A little slice of hell if you go out with him.
Feces in all the drawers.
That's awesome.
Not all of my drawers. A London library hired a guy in a rainbow monkey costume with a fake butt and dong.
I saw that. Not for real, but I.
Wait,
Oh.
what business was that?
No, it's a
A
library.
London library.
To read to children.
Why did it have a dong?
I would like to find
Why?
that out.
Why
Because
wouldn't it have a dong?
It's an anatomically correct monkey.
It doesn't seem like a good excuse. That's not my excuse. I get in trouble when I use that excuse with the cops. I'm anatomically correct, aren't I? They don't buy it. Not
Yeah,
for
but
a
they're just
second.
upset that you're sneaking into daycares.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
I always thought like you should advertise that you're going to entertain at kids' parties dressed as Donald Duck. And then when you show up wearing nothing but a sailor outfit and no pants, it's their own fault if they misunderstood your ad.
Oh no.
It's an interpretation of Donald Duck.
Well, that's all he wears.
Oh,
is
you
a
get
sailor,
it?
a sailor shirt and a hat. He doesn't wear
He's got
pants.
the hat. No
Why would they
pants.
expect me to be wearing pants or
And
a
it
duck
is,
outfit?
it is
the extra
disturbing
step.
though, because Mickey wears pants.
Right.
But that's
He
it.
does, but he's also well endowed.
He has to hide that.
I'll go the next step and I will tar and feather my own lower half.
It doesn't have to be tar.
Well, I have certain things I'm into. I already said that. A London Light. So he did a performance designed to help get children interested in reading, but people got pretty shocked and outraged, predictably. Who knew? Who knew?
Who's even going to be paying attention to the books? Well, he's dressed as well the monkey with the full out dong hanging
You think
out.
he like turns the pages with it?
We had
No
no
one's
seat
gonna
on the
hear
pants too, right?
A prehensile dong? What?
There was no seat on the back of the pants. Like
It says it had a butt. So, I see what
yeah,
you're saying. So it's his own butt.
that's what I think. That's my
It
understanding.
I didn't have pictures or anything.
Oh well. Anyway, that's
I don't share my porn with people anyway.
what's
Keep it all to yourself.
I got two more and I'm done.
Oh, you're
So
good, you're
the
good.
Tokyo Bay, where Olympic swimmers will compete, is amazingly polluted. Apparently, the bay still has a strong smell, even though 22,000 cubic meters of sand have been dumped into it, and antibacterial screens were placed. So that's
Ew.
yeah. That's
Nice.
Is that because of the tsunami?
I know it's just.
Didn't they have like
polluted.
that nuclear accident over there?
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Like the Fukushima stuff.
The
They're going to
place
need
is-
2 medals for one Olympic swimmer because they're going to have another head growing out.
this one's taking place in Fukushima.
Yeah. Swim around, get yourself some plutonium, swim back.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's a relay race with plutonium rocks.
All right, last one. A 19th century hydroelectric plant started mining Bitcoin with its spare power. I heard about this too. The Mechanicville, New York plant, built in 1897, can make more money doing that than selling the extra power to the national grid. So more power to them.
Nice.
Oh man, that's awesome. It's all about the Dogecoin though, right?
Not right now. It's not because I've lost a lot of money in that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's my own fault.
I had a friend who lost something like $30,000 in Bitcoin last month.
Yeah. That's
Oh
So-
my God.
Yeah, I mean he has $30,000 to lose, which
Yeah,
Yes,
good for
it's
him.
good.
But
but still, it's like Elon Musk says, "Oh, I'm not going to take this as payment for Tesla anymore," and then everything starts tanking, So,
Yeah.
but anyway, well, this has been fun.
Oh.
Go ahead.
What? He did.
Oh yeah, you went first.
You got
You
anything
have
else
anything?
you want to share? You want to any articles, anything you'd heard about in the news, or
You want to make fun of us? Will you make fun of me?
I'd say
No.
roast us, but it's pretty hot in here. I don't think you could do any worse than. Any last words on you mentioned your podcast earlier?
No, just any last words.
Any last words?
Melissa?
What's going on?
that sounds like a threat.
Where can we find you online? Do you have a webpage or your Facebook
Yeah,
page?
you can find me on melissamerlot.com, and you can also find me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all as Melissa Merlot. So
Cool.
I'm all over the interwebs.
And you got your play going on and upcoming return to stand up when you feel like it.
Yeah, eventually when I leave the house.
And you'll post that, right? Like where you're performing and
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Post all my updates to my stuff.
Before we actually hang up, I did want to ask you something, but I'll do it off the air.
We're all
Okay.
listening. You could say whatever you could say to Melissa, you could say in front of
It's
us
not
and,
that
and our 30 listeners.
there are not that many.
Okay, I listened to it 20 times. So
You
Most of
never
them are
know
us.
who's listening, you guys. You probably have a lot.
all right. Well, we've loved having you on. Thank you for
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much for
Yeah,
having me.
it's been fun, and let us know when you're back standing up because we'll come see you and you'll know.
Yeah,
because we'll
absolutely.
be on the
Yeah.
front
We're
row.
standing up with lighters. Woo, Melissa!
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks so much. And thank you everybody for listening to this week, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, I'm selling my bottled sweat, by the way, if anybody wants any.
And there's a lot right now.
It sure is.